Hi, this is Jason with My Human Experiences. Just wanted to pop up, say hello. I'll bring to you today a video that goes over FOLFOX, which was considered the first line of defense for my stage 4 colon cancer. And it's typically pretty standard for anybody who has stage 4 colon cancer. So you see on the screen here FOLFOX. It says it's an acronym for 3 distinct medications. If you want to learn more about it, feel free, Google it. You probably will understand it a bit better than I do as far as what each one's doing. But for the most part, it's attacking replicating cells from the tumor. So radical cells that have just kind of gone apeshit and they're just multiplying like crazy, and these drugs kind of go in there and look for those specific types of cells. So but yes, called FOLFOX. And before we continue and go actually more into FOLFOX, I just got to remind you of the symptoms of stage 4 colon cancer in general. Typically there are none, and if you do have them, you're probably going to think it's something else. You're probably going to think it's irritable bowel syndrome or a hemorrhoid, or you're just not eating right, or you need more water, or whatever. But please, all it takes is a scan. Even if you are experiencing those symptoms and just want peace of mind, go get a scan. A scan will be able to tell you if there's anything going on. And the sooner the better. But if you're having changes in your bowel habits, I'm talking about pretty much anything. If you're pooping weird, it's coming out weird, you're constipated more so than you normally are, you have diarrhea, you're having flip-flop between the two, you need to go get checked out. If you have blood in your stool, even if it is bright red and you read it's probably a hemorrhoid, if you have the means, go and check it out. It's worth your time. Even if it comes back and you wasted some money, you feel like, and it comes back and you don't have nothing wrong with you, well, thank God, right? Rectal bleeding, of course. Abdominal discomfort. I didn't have a lot of abdominal discomfort, but I know people that do have it. Mine was primarily in my colon and rectum, but if you have the abdominal discomfort, why not get it checked out, right? Systematic symptoms, unexplained weight loss. That's what actually had me go to the ER. I went from 260 plus pounds to 209 pounds. And even though I thought I was started to look better on the outside because I was getting skinny, inside internally, I wasn't doing so hot. So keep these symptoms in mind. And as we move on to FOLFOX, just know that there are going to be symptoms for it, just like anything else. The protocol is typically, and I'm sorry I don't have a slide for it, it's typically going to be for 6 months. Every 2 weeks, you're going to go and sit in a chemo chair, and they're going to give you an infusion for like 3 or 4 hours, and then they're going to give you a ball of chemo, which you can see right here. That's the one I actually had, and you'll see this line coming off of it that connects to your chemo port. So then you have to get a bag and put it in that bag and carry it around your neck for 2 weeks before you go back and sit there and get another infusion, and then they give you a new chemo ball. So the symptoms of the FOLFOX, and I will say this, it worked great. There's a marker called the CEA marker. I'm not sure exactly what it's an acronym for, but CEA marker for colon cancer. Mine was at like 60, and it slowly dropped to like 5, which is awesome. And it was all while I was on FOLFOX. But I did have some symptoms. There's neuropathy. More or less, I couldn't feel my hands or feet. It progressively gets worse, and so far it hasn't gone away for me. Only way to describe it is it's like your layer of skin that touches the ground or something that you're touching with your hands. like your feet to the ground, my hands to this desk. It's like I don't feel it. Like if I press in, I can feel it with the skin and my anatomy underneath that first layer of my skin. But that initial layer, I just can't feel it. Like if I was standing on ice, it would take a while before I realized it was cold. If I was standing on something hot, the same thing. It's kind of a surreal feeling. Also, if I were to stick my hand in my pocket and I have like a piece of gum, a lighter, a paper clip, a knife, I don't know, whatever, it would all feel the same. It would all just feel like the same texture in my pocket. So neuropathy, it's real with this, and it can get pretty bad. Fatigue, probably the worst part about it. It's deceiving. Sometimes you're going to be laid out, so you're going to be sleeping a lot and laying down. Then you might get a jolt of energy to go do something, and it only lasts like 10 minutes or just long enough to get somewhere to realize you shouldn't have gone, long enough to get in the car, get to the grocery store, get to the family event, whatever it might be, before you realize, like, oh my God, you just want to just curl up and go to sleep or something. But what I suggest to do when you get those jolts of energy is to go expend that energy, get some kind of workout in, walking, squats, something that's not too dangerous, but you're able to do. Stomach and bowel issues, pretty much the same as the symptoms of just having the colon cancer, is kind of what I experienced there. I didn't really feel like I was going to throw up. I had medication for the chemo to make me not throw up, and I never used it. At least very few times I used it. Loss of appetite, didn't have that, and thank God, because I know and I've seen people at the cancer center and through research and stuff that a lot of people who have specifically what I have, colon cancer, that's on your liver and lung, they are typically real skinny. So hopefully that doesn't come to me ever. But I have not lost my appetite. Sores in my mouth, yes, long story short, lost 4 teeth. But it wasn't due to the chemotherapy. I had the 4 teeth removed prior to getting chemo. So I believe it was a result to just whatever the cancer was doing to my body, depleting my energy, and I'm not sure. But I didn't have teeth issues prior to this, but once the cancer started to eat away at my weight, it affected my mouth. Now, I did have sores in my mouth from the chemotherapy, but they weren't really too tough. I had a good mouthwash type of stuff, and I just learned what to eat and what not to eat. I don't suggest beef jerky. I'll just tell you that much. Anemia, yes, ever since they've tested me, I've been anemic for, I believe, blood in my stool. So take your iron pills if you take FOLFOX. Rashes or dry skin, don't really have rashes or dry skin, just the neuropathy, which makes your hands and feet feel weird. Actually, they feel more spongy, like I've been sitting in the bathtub, even if they're not wet. Like somehow they have, like right now even, they have that feeling. Yeah, weakened immune system, of course. Infections were running rampant, and yeah, immune system definitely was not doing good. It ties into the fatigue. I mean, I could go to sleep anytime I want. I could sleep 7-8 hours, wake up for 30 minutes, and go back to sleep for 3 or 4 hours. Hair thinning, didn't really have that. And thank God I didn't, because my hair had already been thinning. But it's, kind of thinned out, I believe, as it would be naturally for somebody who's 44. Maybe it's thinned out a little bit more, but yeah, it is what it is. I still have my goatee, which I'll keep. And it did, whenever I was doing the FOLFOX, it did turn completely white, which kind of looked cool. but I'm glad it's kind of a mix, between brown and gray. So just go back and look at a few of these slides here. This is the actual FOLFOX that's tied around my neck here. And that's me sleeping with it, and that's me when I had lost quite a bit of weight. If you see me now, I've got a thicker, fatter head, and you could tell I was losing weight there. There's my port. I'll do a video on what happened with that at some point. That actually ended up getting an infection and rotting literally out of my chest, where you see all this stuff right here. It's all hooked up, but it was literally the purple device was hanging out. It was pretty wild, man. Actually, I could just go ahead and show you some pictures right now of that. Just I guess I'll have to make another video. But go ahead, like, subscribe, share this information with somebody who maybe is going to have FOLFOX and wants to kind of just learn a little bit more about somebody else's experience. And I'm pretty soon going to come out with a video that goes over my vision. I had somebody reach out and like a message and say they don't want to be rude, but what's going on with my eyes. They notice it's lazy, and that's a whole nother human experience in itself. So thank you for listening to me ramble. I will put out some more shorts of just tidbits of information about my experiences. I plan on doing a podcast. If you believe you might be a good person to bring on here and talk about your experience, I'd like to start off with stories about cancer and other people's experience with it, good, bad, caretaker, patient, healthcare provider, whatever. I welcome you to come, and eventually I'd like to move into just other types of stories, because there's a lot to the human experience for all of us, good, bad, and the ugly. Like, subscribe. I need 50 subscribers if I ever want to take people on a live stream. So signing out. Have a good one.